Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, everyone. Welcome to Cauldron of the Serpent. My name is Silva, and today I was sitting here and asked Morrigan if there was any message I wanted, or that she wanted to deliver. And I pulled this spread here. While I feel this spread is primarily addressed to me, I just wanted to talk about it briefly, and maybe it'll help someone in their life. So lately I've been struggling with my personal cycles, I guess discontent, malice, anger, confusion, and really adjusting to my worldview and how I engage with the world from a place of love. Sometimes that can be hard to do, and the world, well, not the world, let's say those in power want you to become disillusioned to the fact that there is abundant love in the world, as we may run into individuals or see circumstances or experience circumstances completely devoid of any kind of love, fueled by hatred and prejudice. But to insist on anger and actively ignore, I guess, the softer parts of myself is to set myself up for, I guess, ultimately destruction. And this is what this spread, I feel, was trying to tell me. Here we have the shield for offerings burning. I take this as saying that this conflict needs to end, to lay down the shield, give it as an offering. This guarding of my heart, guarding of emotions, guarding of vulnerabilities, that this insistence on battle, because that I felt like that was my entire thing. the quote unquote warrior. I thrived on that anger, that fire, so to speak. But this is just a cycle going around and around, and it's not getting me anywhere. If I allow my mind to be stuck in the muddy waters with the eel, then the frenzy will take me. Here we have Nevin, the battle frenzy, her cries, driving men mad. I believe historically, I forgot the proper name for it, but it's I think it's like shell shock, or men paralyzed by fear on the battlefield, leaving them incapacitated. As I struggle with my, health and blood pressure and things like that, I see this as a very real warning that if I'm not careful, I could seriously impact my health or damage my health. On the bottom of the deck, we have Cucullin, and within this story, This is the 10 card, endings and beginnings. Within this card, Cuchulainn slays his own son within the mythology. He himself set the conditions so that he would end up slaying his own son for some reason. I don't I don't remember why he set these conditions, but he gave his partner the instructions that his son couldn't say his own name or something like that. But because he met his son and his son couldn't tell him who he was, he slayed him. And it wasn't until after the fact that he knew of this. But he kind of authored his own destruction in that sense. That's how I interpret the story. So, focused on war and battle, that he destroyed something beautiful in his life. And under Cuchulainn, we have the raven with omens. Since it's my first time noticing this, I would just say, when it comes to our lives, or your life or my life, gain perspective of the raven, or perhaps the owl or the vulture flying high. See everything in totality to gain a bigger understanding of what's going on. And especially for me, I won't be so inclined to get swept up in these moments of anger or internal discord. A bit of a side note or a side tangent, but one lesson I've been struggling with is, there's a saying that love is the road that Will walks. On a previous video, I said love will take us farther. And while I believe that, it can be hard to embody that, knowing full well they say the flame is only supported by the water. The flame needs the water. The water is our foundation. Water being emotions, understanding, love, so to speak. Here, this is a card I've been focused from the Kali Oracle, Anahata Kali, the heart chakra. I've been meditating on that. But this is a dynamic we see in Vodou with Dambala, Aida, Loco, Aizan. Even here I have Ezuli, La Flambeau. Ezuli known for her power with her daggers, but here she's the corn mother. She's smashing the corn to feed her children. She isn't motivated by spite and hatred. She's motivated by love to feed and protect her family. And of course we have Oshun here. I see this as the the more, I guess, flamboyant aspects of love. Here we see her staring directly at us, and with the mirror behind her, the reflections of our emotions, what we what we see in ourselves, what we see in others, and what we deny in ourselves. And as we further deny these emotions, things can become muddied and twisted. Like, this sword here. So I hope that this brief video, I think I'm at 10 minutes, not too long. I hope this video helps someone. It was just a brief message to me that I thought could give maybe one or two people perspective on their life. Not to be so rigid, so adamant about fighting this war in their life that I guess doesn't really exist. Perhaps there have been wars in the past, battles in the past that we have fought, but we have to release. If we don't release, it will spell our demise. This isn't saying to go out and find a relationship or any of that. It's like a deep self-understanding, a kindness to yourself, a warmness to yourself, a love to show yourself. So I'll end it there. If you like this video, click the like button or comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, Morrigan. All right. Be well.